Hi, it's Erica Gellerman of theworthproject.co. At The Worth Project, you'll find simple personal finance information to make money work for you so you can live more of the life that you want right now. In this video, I'm going to share 4 tips to help you stop overspending on impulse buys and the things you don't really need so you can spend more money on important things that you actually want. So don't worry, this video doesn't include tips like cutting up all your credit cards or never going shopping again. We're going to go through 4 tips to help you get to the root of your problem and create a solution that actually works long term. Tip number 1, avoid impulse spending triggers. If you're overspending, you likely have a problem with impulsive purchases. These are the purchases you make on a whim and are likely for things you don't really need. Things like grabbing everything while you're waiting in line at the checkout, or going into Target for just toothpaste and coming out having spent $100. If you know your triggers, you can easily avoid situations where you tend to overspend or make impulse purchases. For example, I have a trigger of impulse spending when I'm a bit stressed. On my drive home from work, I used to drive right past a Nordstrom Rack, a store that's just made for impulsive purchases. On nights when I need to blow off a little steam after work, I couldn't resist pulling into the parking lot as I passed it and spending a good 30 to 40 minutes getting deals on things I didn't really need or want. Once I realized that stress was a trigger and Nordstrom Rack was getting way too much of my money, I changed my route home. So what's your spending trigger? It might be stressful situations, maybe it's boredom, or it might be that the people you hang out with are enabling your impulse spending addiction. Whatever it is, figure out your trigger so you can make the right adjustments in your life. Tip number 2, know your trade-offs. So every dollar that you spend on one thing is a dollar that you can't spend on another. Mind-blowing, I know. But when we're in the habit of overspending or buying things on impulse, you're probably not weighing the fact that buying this t-shirt is going to mean you have $30 less to spend on vacation next summer. And it's really easy to overspend when you don't have a clear idea of what your trade-offs are. So often we think of savings as really boring, I get it, but when you can get really clear about the things you're saving for, it can help those trade-offs seem a little bit more real. You might be saving for a vacation, a new car, a new couch, or saving up for a career change. Those are trade-offs. You can either buy one thing or put that money towards the new couch. Which one will honestly make you happier? So I used this tactic when I was paying off my insane student loan debt. I wanted to finish paying it off before I made a career change. I looked at every single thing I was about to purchase as a trade-off. Sometimes I'd decide I wouldn't want to go out to lunch because I'd rather take that $10 or $15 and put it towards my loan. Other times it would make me a lot happier to get in an Uber when it was pouring rain and I was stuck without an umbrella, then put the $10 towards my student loan. Know your trade-offs and be really clear about whether purchasing something right now is going to make you happier than however else you were planning to spend your money. And if you have trouble keeping these trade-offs top of mind, or you still want that instant gratification of putting that $10 you are about to spend somewhere, take a look at the app Capital. It lets you set a bunch of savings and spending goals. Plus, my favorite option is that if I decide not to spend money on something in the moment, say I've just put down a cute little mug at Target that would have been an impulse buy, I can log right into my Capital account and transfer that money to one of my goals. So, summer vacation, you get an extra $10 today. Tip number 3, perfect the pause. Okay, so have you heard of the 30-day pause? I first read about this years ago on the website Get Rich Slowly as a way to curb impulse spending and delay gratification. Simple premise, anytime you want to buy something impulsive, put it down and think about it for 30 days. A lot of people get amazing results. When I adopted this as an impulse spending solution in my life, I made a slight modification. Anytime I was going to pay for something, like literally anything, I would pause and reconsider. Do I really want this? Why am I picking this up? Is it going to make me happier to have this random book that looks kind of interesting or put $15 towards that vacation I'm really looking forward to this summer? And I don't just do this for the big purchases. I do this for pretty much anything I'm about to hand my money over for. The bigger the purchase, the bigger the pause. So grabbing a coffee and cookie while out and about might only warrant a really quick pause. That pair of shoes I fell in love with, that's probably going to be a bigger pause. In all honesty, it's, probably not going to be a 30-day pause, but I'll at least think about a bigger purchase for a few days or a week. If I still really want it, I can afford it, and it's worth it to me despite my trade-offs, I get it, and I'm happy about it. This pause, whether it's for 2 minutes or 2 weeks, has helped keep my bank account from being littered with random impulse purchases that I barely remember and totally regret at the end of the month. Tip number 4, create a firewall. Your firewall are the tactics that you can do to make things a little bit more difficult to spend your money. I'm not talking about freezing your credit card in a block of ice, though that would probably still work. These are small things that make it just a little bit harder for you to spend your money impulsively. So these are going to be different for everyone, but the important thing is that you make it just difficult enough to spend that you actually have to think about what you're doing. So I'll give you some examples of a few ways I've created my own firewalls. So the first and best thing I did was to keep my checking and savings accounts at different banks. Sounds weird, but it really works. I don't log into my savings account as frequently as I look at my checking account, so I don't think about the money that I have sitting over there. And because it's at a different bank, even if I wanted to use it and transfer it to my checking account, the process would take a few days. So I've essentially hidden my money out of my everyday view, and I've also made it just a little bit harder to access. Another really easy firewall that I created was to remove my credit card numbers from my online accounts. It makes ordering things just a little bit harder and a little bit more painful. I love online shopping, but it was getting far too easy for me to just click add to cart and check out with one easy click. Now I have to go get my wallet, get out my credit card, and enter in the information. During that time, I can perfect my pause. I can think about whether I really want what I'm about to purchase, or if that trade-off, whatever I'm saving up for, is better. So there you have it. 4 ways to stop overspending and curb your impulse purchases so you can actually put money towards the things you really want. But knowing how to stop your overspending is just the beginning. Check out my next video on my favorite tools and strategies that I use to organize my money and help keep overspending in check even more. And if you really want to kick things up a notch, you can download my 9 simple solutions to put you in control of your cash. These are simple changes you can make to your money today that will boost your bottom line. And it includes the number 1 habit that helped my husband and I double our savings rate without feeling deprived. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And remember, this channel is all about helping you make the smartest moves with your money so you can live a life you truly enjoy. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.